To reach out and kind of did some experimenting the other day from microdosing psilocybin mushrooms for anxiety and depression. And honestly, it helped me break a lifelong alcohol dependency. I was having a lot of issues with alcohol. I was drinking every day, every morning. I started to drink. I was destroying my life. And mushrooms, psilocybin. One day I took 3 grams and I just went out into the woods, and I reset my mind, and I connected to higher powers and higher things, and it kind of dissolved everything until I was just bones and I was a skeleton, and I was just eyes and a skeleton and eyes, and everything else was dissolved. My ego went away. Everything went away. My desires, my self-esteem, my view of myself and the world, everything went away. Everything I thought I knew, all my values and beliefs went away. My goals, ambitions, everything went away. My desires, it all went away. And it made me fall in love with life because it made me feel connected to everything. And it also reminded me that the forest is where humans are. The forest is where we're from, and it's our home. There's something in the forest that connects us, I think, and it's just a beautiful thing. And it's just a place where you can reset, and it'll just remind you of our ancestors and old ways, old simple times, and living in the forest, and how the forest gives us everything we need, and nature provides us with everything we need. And we're just kind of losing that in the city and the materialistic world we live in. And, the hustle and bustle and the rat race that we're in. And it just, sometimes we need to stop and take a look at the momentum behind us. Stop and take a look at what's driving our life. And what is comprising our life. And what is driving us. And what is important to us. Who are you? What makes you you? What brings joy into your life? And what do you give back to the world in return? And how do you behave and interact in the world? And why? What are you after? Because you are what your intentions are. You are what you're after, what your desires are. That's who you are. And it dictates a lot of your thoughts and behavior and actions and goals, and it dictates a lot of what you do. Your goals and dreams and ambitions dictates what you are and what you do day to day. So psilocybin really just showed me that life is beautiful, and if I kept drinking alcohol, I was going to die young, and I was going to have liver failure or I was going to have some kind of issue, and I was going to die if I kept drinking like I was drinking. If I kept drinking, period, I was going to die. That's what it showed me. And it showed me that life is beautiful, and there's so much more to it than what we think and what we have going on. And usually what we know of. There's a lot more to it than going to a bar, the same bar every day, and talking with the waitresses and the bartender, and drinking the same stuff, and eating the same crap, going home, sleep, do it again, just sitting at the bar drinking, and, talking about your problems and being a negative person, and just complaining and looking for fights, maybe being a violent, bitter person. There's a lot more to life, man. And if you just stop reaching for things and expanding and growing and caring about your education and caring about your growth, caring about your quality of life, you start to die, basically. Basically, you start to deteriorate. You start to rust. When you stop growing and looking for information and looking for new, healthier habits and a new way to look at this and a healthier way to look at that, and when you stop reaching and intaking knowledge and absorbing beautiful information in the world, and you stop looking for adventures and stop looking for new experiences, that's when you start to deteriorate and start to die. So psilocybin just showed me, I just connected back to the nature. It just showed me that nature is a very important thing, and it's where you can go basically to recharge your battery. Your soul and your mind need that connection to the earth. And if you really want to be happy and really want to be enlightened and successful, I think, spiritually, you have to have that relationship with nature. And I think in the future, when technology and AI get out of hand, I think people are going to look towards psilocybin and mushrooms to connect back to nature. I think it's going to be a way in the future to reset people and connect them back to our roots of being in the forest and being tribal people, hunters and gatherers, explorers of the earth. I think when science and technology and AI goes beyond our control, beyond our reach, I think psilocybin mushrooms are going to be something that connects us back to our roots and kind of shows us what life on Earth was before all the advance in technology and before all the robots and AI and flat screens and phones. And I think it's going to be a thing that connects us and reminds us of our connection to the earth and to the forest and living things. And it's going to save a lot of people, I think, in the future. In that regard, it definitely helped me get over some PTSD and addiction problems. It helped me get over some depression and anxiety. Basically, it was like, oh man, what am I doing? Like, oh, this is a beautiful, the psilocybin showed me. What am I doing? Like, this life is beautiful. There's so much beauty and awesome, amazing things going on in this world. And it just showed me, that there's no reason to just drink and do the same crap every day. There's no reason to